All right, thank you so much. One more time, the program still this morning on ITV. Now, happy Labour's Day. The Labour International Day is today, and we have the Labour Chairman, Edo State, Chief Comrade Odion Olaye. He's joining us virtually on the show this morning. Chief, a very good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Evans, and good morning, listener.
Yeah, viewers on television now. All right, so today being Labour Day, no doubt that you've got lots of activities packed up for you. But let's start from, the very recent now, the salary increments and all that in Edo State. It's as if Edo State and the federal government, is almost a kind of a competition now. Because even as Edo State has increased by, giving 70,000 naira as minimum wage, the federal government has said that has approved that 25% and 35% is going to be given to salary earners with the federal government. Now, what is your immediate response to this?
Thank you very much. Firstly, let me thank God Almighty for making all this possible in a very good manner. And I also thank Mr. Governor Godwin Obaseki, the Executive Governor of Edo State, for being the workers' friendly governor. The issue of the federal government, talking about 25%, 30% increment of minimum wage. Well, I don't know what they have concluded at the level of the committee. I know my president is there, the general secretary is there. They don't tell us the outcome or what they've agreed. But today, before we finally start discussing that, maybe they are trying to come up because they saw what Godwin Obaseki has done in Edo State. Let us wait for the president's speech today and let us know finally what is going to do for the workers of the federation. That on the side of the issue of 25% or 35%. And the issue of Edo State, we Edo State workers, we appreciate Godwin Obaseki very well. He has done so much for Edo State workers. In the year 2022, May Day, he increased the minimum wage from 40,000 naira, from 30,000 naira to 40,000 naira. And as I speak with you now, Edo State is the only state receiving 40,000 naira. Now for that. Last year, May Day, he also announced, after we have met with him, in the May Day, he announced to be giving 200 million naira every month to pay the backlog of gratuity of pensioners. That's in 2023, Godwin Obaseki increased the retirement age of teachers in the state from 35 years of service to 40 years of service, from 65 years of age to 65 years of age. And this year, he also registered all pensioners in Edo State in health insurance in Edo State. And that 200 million he promised last year to be paying. As I speak with you, he paid it every month. He has not failed one day. Finally, of all, the greatest one God has used Godwin Obaseki to do for Edo State workers. Just day before yesterday, 29th of April, the whole world see the gigantic edifice he built for organized labor in Edo State. He commissioned it. In that same commissioning, he now said, workers, the 40,000 naira they are receiving in Edo State, to him, it's nothing to write home about. Well, he didn't know the position of the federal government, but before the federal government will come up with their own decision, he, in Edo State, will continue from 1st of May, which is today, will be paying 70,000 naira to Edo State workers.
Okay, now you talked about the 40,000 naira that the minimum wage was at in Edo State before now. Now, some workers they are of the opinion that that increment of minimum wage, was really not huge, in the sense that because the way minimum wage is being increased, the way salary is being increased, that is how taxes, pensions and all that, pension insurance and all that is also being increased. Some workers are of the opinion that at the end of the day, what was actually added to their salary was about 5,000 naira. How correct is that?
Well, I didn't know how they work out their own when they come to get that the increment is 5,000 naira. I didn't know how they work it. But to me,
yeah,
that is something those state workers, some of them, according to you, that one they are saying about what do you call it? They are doing their plus and minus, saying that the governor has increased their salary with 5,000 naira. That is not true. And you are in the same system. If you work it, you'll see the difference.
Okay.
It's not true. I don't want to come on air to say what workers are saying. It's not in order, because they let me to be leading them. And on the other way, one thing I want Nigerians to have in their mind, we should learn how to appreciate some leaders who have their people at heart. Throughout the 8 years of the former president, what did he do for the workers of the federation?
Anyway,
after fights, after so many fights, will force him to 30,000 naira minimum wage. In doing that, the same though we are now 40,000 naira minimum wage. And let me tell you one thing, but in Obaseki, to me, we workers, we must appreciate him. When he was the chairman of Economic Committee to Oshomole, the 36 states, including Federal Capital Territory, we are paying 80,000 naira minimum wage. But as the chairman of the Economic Committee to Adam Sali Oshomole, former governor of Edo State, he worked it out with him, he advised him. Oshomole was paying 25,000 naira, when other states were paying 18,000 naira. On his time, the federal government were paying 30,000 naira, he was paying 40,000 naira. And I want to tell you, whatever mentality the federal government is coming out to say today they are doing this by this percentage or the other percentage, it is because of the announcement of Godwin Obaseki. That is why they are doing that. There's no doubt about that.
Anyway, we will take that as your own opinion. I mean, the federal government has not come out to tell us now that they have approved 25%, 35% salary increment, because Edo State Governor has said that 70,000 naira is going to be for minimum wage in Edo State. So we will take that as your own opinion. Now, for a governor that is on the verge of leaving, there are so many controversies, issues as relates to Some workers not well laid off. Some workers were retrenched, from work. Some workers have not been getting their salaries. Take, for example, the Tayo Akpata, College of Education in Ekeadolo. That is still an issue. I mean, by this time next year, we're not going to be having Godwin Obaseki as the governor of Edo State anymore. So is the labor movement engaging him in this? I mean, for a governor that is on the verge of leaving.
Thank you very much. The workers of Edo State that is not receiving their salary till now, as I speak with you, Tayo Akpata University, Ekeadolo, nobody from there has come to report to my office or complain. It is only AAU, Abu Saleh University, and that issue, we are handling it with Mr. Governor. That for that. And the issue of retrenchment of workers, I have known since I assumed office as state chairman, Nigeria Labour Congress. This is my second time leading members of the Congress to Mayday since I was elected as chairman. The only complaint I have last year were 33 members of nurses and health workers that was restrained. And I booked an audience with the governor, and he granted me the audience. We discussed the matter. Immediately we finished discussing the matter, Mr. Governor reinstated them back. They are there. You can go to this now, nurses and midwife union, go and find out, and medical and health workers union, go and find out. There are members that were restrained, they were 33. After meeting with the governor as the labor leader, and we tell him the reason why he cannot let them off. And he saw with us. And he quickly reversed it. He reversed it. But I don't know of other workers that was restrained that has not been reinstated as at now.
Okay. All right. So we want to say thank you because we understand that it's a very busy day for you. I mean, you should be at the stadium any moment from now for your celebration. So we'll let you off the hook now so that you can attend to some other issues. So I want to say thank you for joining us this morning, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Okay.